you start Friendly Geordies? That's something I've always wanted to ask. Was it to educate people or was it to entertain and then?
Yeah, it was to entertain and then. But the thing was, I started out trying jobs at Today FM and the ABC and just seeing that there was people like slogging for years to get a little 5-minute segment.
Yeah.
And furthermore, there was other people that were extremely untalented. They just had good connections, as in their dad was owed a favour. So they just started moving up and getting all of these incredible opportunities. And that's the whole game, right? And so I was just there. And then on top of that, I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but a lot of Australian content is shit. That like makes it to TV, and you have to go. I
review it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, I don't know why
Fully
I was
aware.
revealing this to you too.
Yeah.
This huge news epiphany that I've had. But I think that it was just that it started out.
It's like all you got to do is watch one episode of The Block and then realize like, oh, this is the best show.
There was a golden
that guy won the Logie.
Yeah.
There was
He's
a
actually
golden
got a
age
can.
though when we were like 12 to
Rove
15.
was sick.
Rove, Chases War and everything.
Yeah.
It was a very weird thing to think
Spicks and
that like
Specks.
TV
Rove
was
the
cool.
closest thing to like live leak at one point. It was the edgiest thing there was.
I used to remember asking like mum and dad to stay up to like watch Hamish and Andy's bits. Like I used
Even
to
Big
love
Brother
that
was
show.
good back then.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never watched Big Brother, but
Television was great then, and I don't know what the fuck's happened since.
maybe
Do I?
Big Brother just seemed great because it was like we'd never seen that before, and now
Maybe.
that's just like it's saturated. Like the market's just like it's only reality TV.
No, but it was also because it got sanitized. Like, it took one person to slap a dick on a face and just ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, true. The turkey slap incident.
But MasterChef, think about how big that was at the start. Now, I'm never into
Yeah.
it, but then the spin-offs, My Kitchen Rules, and people were just like, hey, guys, I don't want to watch people cook anymore. Like, there's during the day, you could watch Ready, Steady, Cook, then I bet you some other Huey's Cooking comes on at 4, and that you could probably watch cooking on free-to-air TV 5 hours a day if you wanted to.
Watch it 24. SBS Food, man.
Oh, is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
What?
True.
Non-stop. It's basically just the three
Shit.
same celebrities over and over again. It's just MILF, Guido, just over and over.
And then
It's
like
great.
Jamie Oliver pops in, plugs his chicken recipe, and then he fucks off.
No, he's too big for that. He's prime
they
time
can't
10.
afford him.
Yeah, yeah. They're not taking him.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's the whole game, I reckon. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of just this thing of like all the money's going out of it. It's getting, as a result of there just being less money and the fact that you can just do your own thing now. It's most of the talent just moves away from it. I think that you guys were right in the sense that, 10 years ago or whatever, radio was definitely the place where you go, just like how in America, I guess, how it kind of moved from movies to TV. It kind of moved here from TV to radio.
Yeah.
But now I think that it's just kind of, there's too much of like a cabal there. And so that's what was happening with me and ABC. Then after that, I started smoking as a result of saying, like, I hated my life. I had to kill myself a little bit to get up in the day, and go to work. So I went out
What
of that.
job did you have?
I was writing on this piece of shit show. And I don't even care now because I got really napalmed my bridges with the ABC. But fuck, the roast sucked. The roast was fucking atrocious.
What
It was
that?
me. It was basically like, satire of politics, except for it was like run by a liberal government. So it wasn't satire of politics.
I vaguely remember that show.
You remember? Yeah.
Yeah. So you wrote for that.
I was writing for that. And because I didn't have the right, in or whatever, it was just like, I'd suggest a joke. Everyone would go, no, that's terrible. And then they'd go on with their, objectively atrocious idea.
Wait, but you keep getting hired.
I don't
and
get
working
hired.
on the show. So how did you get that job? Like, how do you even get into the ABC? Because you didn't do stand-up. So, like, how did you become a comedy writer on a show?
Oh, I was just like the classic interning thing of just not going away.
Right.
And then I was just
That's how
thinking,
you
like,
get
I
in.
was
Yeah, okay.
accepting that was just going to be my life
Yeah.
of just getting paid nothing and just working there for like years.
That's
And
so
Because I
funny
know a
you
lot of
say
people
that.
who write for
A
them.
lot of people in radio and TV are just cunts that didn't go away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why does he work there? Oh, he just wouldn't leave me alone. And now he has a job.
Yeah. So I hired him. So it's like, if you're going to be here, might as well make it worth your time,
But
eh?
to be
You could
honest,
write the ultimate self-help book about like trying to get into media, and it'd just be that one point: be very annoying.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, that's definitely what it is.
So when
if you
did you
want to, but you don't
start?
have to. Hmm?
What, like like, did you start the same era as like Josh and Frenchie and stuff? Or were you 2012? Or
No,
like,
and it is the biggest regret of my life. And actually, when did you guys start?
I started 2012. I was a
so-
few years
I was like
before that.
late 2015, 2016.
Yeah, see, I think that it's not that we missed the boat, but we missed the first fleet, you know? And just
Nah,
how those convicts got like, all of Parramatta to themselves.
I don't know
something.
though. I honestly feel like the best time to start is right now because
What?
the road is paved.
Yeah, man.
I remember a few years before I started when Alex Williamson was like the first cunt doing it regularly. People, even I thought, why would I watch an Australian YouTuber? That's lame. Everyone in my school thought that. And then I started doing it. We had to fight
I remember
battle.
the first time I saw Loosest Aussie Bloke and it made me like comedy.
Yeah.
I'd never really seen that much comedy. That was probably the first, and then I got onto Troy Kinney's channel after that because Troy Kinney.
What year was that?
I was in year 9 and 10, and that's what we used to talk about in school at lunchtime. We used to talk about
Yeah.
Alex's videos.
Yeah,
I
Alex
reckon I was in
has
like year 10 maybe.
Minting year 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex.
I was
Alex
right at
made
that
the
age
whole
where it was
industry,
like,
I
oh,
think.
this guy's funny.
Alex made the whole industry that we're working in. He paved that way, I
But
think.
see, here's the thing. Did he or did Nat Tran?
Nat
this is the big
Tran, another
question.
one. She's really underrated. She's a YouTuber.
Australian?
She's kind of stopped now.
Australian?
Yeah, I don't know what she
She's
does.
Australian,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It is
Yeah.
very strange. She has an audience of millions. And it seems that she's always being like, yeah, so I've just got to like, this is like a part-time job and then I've got my full-time job, so I'm not uploading as much. But why do you have a full-time job? That's
She was
what I
just
don't
making
get.
funny YouTube videos
right.
and
I think I
some
have heard of her.
sketches.
Yeah.
You would probably know her. But yeah, they kind of paved the way. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I feel like the best time to start now is because the road is paved. It's like what's happening
So-
in Aussie hip-hop. Cursor paved the way. Now the whole young generation are coming up where no one's laughing at Oz rap anymore.
Yeah, that's
and,
true. You
like,
don't.
you
Well,
look
you
at-
don't have to like bear the crosses or whatever. But man, I feel like Alex Williamson is set for life now. It just kind of seems like he can just
He's
do.
in culture properly. Like,
Yeah.
he's in
He
people's
could put on a
childhoods.
show at a pub in any town in Australia and fill it.
Yep.
Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah,
Yep.
like Carl
Yep.
Barron type thing.
Just a little
'cause-
10-second
there's
thing on
positives and
Instagram and
negatives.
just being
Yeah.
like, can't had sex with my cousin, come see my show. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
he'd be done.
But what Lewis was like saying though was like, so Lewis and stuff came up before me. So I was a fan of like Lewis, Elliot, Frenchie, and Josh Wade and stuff in high school. And then I thought I was too late. And then I came up, and
Yeah.
then within a year and a half, I had twice the amount of likes as Lewis on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
So-
I just...
But-
well,
but-
I just
really?
steered
Well, no.
him away from all the mistakes that I made,
Yeah,
all the
so,
mistakes Frenchie
I
and
got
Alex
help,
made.
a bit of advice, or like a lot of advice and steering from Lewis, but also because it was already kind of cool to like, it wasn't even cool to like YouTubers when Lewis was doing it. So he
Yeah.
was battling agast like it's.
Why would
now
I
it's-
watch YouTube?
But now people are actually looking for people to watch. So when I
Yeah.
came around, people were like, "Oh, I like watching people. I'm going to watch you." So then I blew up, and then best example of the Fairbairn Boys. I was pretty big already online. You know the
Yeah.
Fairbairn
Yeah,
Boys
yeah,
from Adelaide.
yeah.
I messaged Lachlan when they had 2,000 likes on Facebook because I'd seen one of their videos, and I was like, "Hey
Right.
man, I think your videos are sick. Look where they are now." 700K on YouTube. So I was like, Lewis was here, then I went to here, and they went to here. So the next person is going to keep going,
And
getting
now
bigger
you
and
look
bigger.
at fucking what Isaac's doing. He went down the highway that was
Like
built
we
from...
all still have hardcore audiences and are still building, still growing. Like obviously
Yeah.
we're all still growing, but like
Now I think it's easier
the
to build.
skyrocketing. Like everyone has a good year, like their breakout year. That breakout year for everyone seems to be getting bigger. I
Yeah.
think
Ooh.
because my breakout
Well,
year,
I never
got
thought about it like that.
I
I
got
think
like
Isaac's had the biggest one yet.
300K
But someone will
in a
beat him.
year.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year.
But see, this is the thing. With Isaac, he chose a different path to anyone else. Who else is doing that thing of what Isaac does of just trying to
But
find what's
all
trending,
of us are doing
instantly
something.
commenting
All of
on
us
it?
are doing something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you are, Luke is, I am. Like,
Like we're all doing our different brands or whatever and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual format.
You'll be
The actual format is
surprised.
different. And we have kind of moved into the Isaac territory because it's kind of just, you are sort of a player in the global trend of what is happening, which is kind of like, I can't even remember his guy, the guy that does those documentaries like, is Jake Paul a sociopath or whatever?
Oh, Shane
Shane
Dawson.
Dawson.
Shane Dawson,
yeah.
like he kind of just understands the trend of where YouTube is and kind of just
yeah.
knows like where it's building and then just kind of makes it big.
I think there is definitely a true indicator of like, I guess I stopped doing that shit. because I got an audience and I was like, cool, I just want to do stand up now and do whatever I want, review The Bachelor, just do me. And people
You
who
did do that,
people
yeah.
who love me just love it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've got a really cool audience. Like I feel like you two would have much more of a crossover of audiences. There might be some of your fans watching this going like, who am I? You know what I mean? I feel like most people would know who you guys are.
Maybe.
Well, that's the whole thing
But
with
yet-
everyone's. Because the thing is now, it's just if you were on a platform back before the internet existed, everyone would know who you were in Australia instantly.
Yeah.
Like you got your
Yeah.
5 minutes on the Footy Show that was going viral in the 90s.
Yeah.
But now it just hits a very different demographic.
Specific
Everybody's
audiences.
very specific, tailored audiences.
Yeah.
And you can tell if you go to anyone's online stand-up shows, who's an
Oh,
online
yeah.
personality, and you see their audience.
Yeah, I went to Superwalk show and I think there was 1,000 people there. I reckon like 3 people came up to me and were like, "Hey man, like your
Yeah.
stuff." And I was like, I'm just not hitting this market." Like apparently these
I've got work to do.
yeah, apparently they're
It
like
is funny.
apparently Greek people don't watch The Bachelor.
Yeah. It's funny though that it's
I'm just getting a lot of like white teens, you know, like but you are what you eat, you know,
Yeah.
you get in what you put out. So like,
exactly. It's
get
always
back what-
funny.
who
We
you
always
are.
talk about it whenever the comedy festival comes around, and all of us who do the online thing and stand up, we'll all be together one night. We'll walk down the street together, like Frenchie, Isaac, me, Fairbairn, Luke, like every one of us down the street. And every time someone will come up to Frenchie and be like, "I love you, Frenchie," and then give the phone to me. "Can you take a photo
Yeah.
for me?"
like they don't even know who Lewis is. And
Yeah.
like, you know,
or the other way around, someone will come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh, bearded guy, can you take a photo?" And Isaac will be like, "Oh, don't you know me?" Like, no, but then he'll get it and they won't know me. It's like
it's so weird how little crossover there is. And I feel like we're all quite not similar. You're right. We're all very different. I view us as all similar, but I think that's
I just
because
think we just need to do more shit together. I suppose that's probably why. Like, there's not like I feel like in America,
Yeah, there is no crossover in Australia, is there? Oh, except for in the makeup world, they really got onto that.
Yeah,